Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, my name is Karen. A very warm welcome to you. I'm the Junk Journal Geek. And if you're a returning visitor, thank you very much for coming back and joining me again today. So today I'm going to be working on my next design team project for Sani Creates. This kit is called Spring Garden, and as you can see just from the first page, it's absolutely beautiful. It's another bumper kit. I think it's 31 pages, but I haven't actually counted them. So I'll give you a quick flip through of the pages first, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do. So there are, I think there are 6 main pages. So you've got these beautiful images, absolutely gorgeous, and they're all watercolours, which is right up my street. And they remind me, they put me in mind of the Roxy Creations Journal of Stitchery. They've just done a Down the Garden Path series, and if stitching was watercolour, this is what it would look like, in my opinion, for that particular series. These are just absolutely beautiful. Loving them. So say there's 6 main pages. I can just imagine sitting here in this garden. It's absolutely beautiful. And then these are, I think these were the pattern pages, and there are 11 of these. So you've got this collage sort of page, and then this page, which you've seen me do before. I've fussy cut some of these elements out, or you could use the page as it is. And then we've got some sort of patterny type of background papers in different colours. And I have printed these just on standard copy paper. So it's very flimsy. I think this is 80 GSM, something like that. It's very, you know, just the very basic copy paper. I love this gradient that she's used in these Harlequin papers. I've used this effect for a lot of the work I do, digital artwork for businesses, but I've never seen it in a junk journal kit before. So if you have, let me know, because I haven't seen this before in a junk journal kit, and I think it's awesome. Absolutely love it. So it's all these sort of spring pastel-y colours, really beautiful. And then we have the ephemera pages, and I think there were 11 ephemera pages. So we've got a selection of different pockets. And then we have the file folder, 2 different size circles, and some blank labels. Then we have some tabs in, you know, that shape. And then the other type of tabs, a couple of clocks and a bingo card. We've got some sort of library type cards, a tag and some tickets. Then we have the postcards and another tag. Got 2 coin type envelopes and the quotes. Then we have more tags in different sizes. Another envelope and sort of pockets with backs and some little flags. A bigger pocket and some more tags. Another file folder and more blank labels and more circles. I haven't printed the same sheet out twice, have I? No, they are in different colours. I was just double checking there that I hadn't made a boo-boo. And then we've got these journal cards. And then we've got these, I think there's 3 pages where it's the same pages but shrunk down to 2 to a page, so half size. So absolutely beautiful. I love the kit. So I hope you like that as much as I do, and I believe that's still 20% off in the Sunny Creates Etsy store at the moment, and I will remember to link that below. So I hope you're all well and happy. I haven't asked you. So what I'm going to be doing today is making a tab bound book with this kit. Now, I've never made a tab bound book before, but I was watching Carol Laws and she's made a few, and in her last tab bound book series, which was the purple tab bound book, again I'll link that below, she was saying, you know, when you craft along with her, you can use different kits and you get completely different, you know, you can do the same thing and you get a completely different style when you use different things and different themes. So I thought I would replicate Carol's purple tab bound book using Xanthini's kit. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So the first thing I need to do is to stick these papers onto some card. Obviously, with a tab bound book, it's like giant tags, and this is going to be far too flimsy. But that's why I haven't printed it on the back, because I knew I would be sticking it to something. Now, Carol used scrapbooking paper to collage onto. But what I thought I would do was use these Amazon envelopes. Now I know this is going to make this a lot thicker than Carol's were, but I don't mind that. And it's like anything, when you haven't done something before, with me anyway, once I've made one, I then know how to put my own spin on it. But when I'm making something for the first time, I like to follow exactly what somebody else has done, and I sort of get my head around how it all works then. And then, you know, the next time I do it, I can put my own spin on it. But, I've broken it. As I say, I don't want to use scrapbooking paper when I can be using rubbish and getting rid of it. So I'm going to stick these papers onto my Amazon packaging paper, and I'm just thinking how many sorry, I'm just thinking while I'm looking at this. Yeah, I'm going to stick these down on both sides, and then I'm going to trim them down to the size I want. Now this is where collaging is better in a way, because it doesn't really matter then if you haven't got things lined up. And I'm just deciding whether to try and avoid using these edges, and I think I will. So if I stick that on there and then line the other page up on the other side. Now, how many of these did I say there were? 6. Okay, sorry if you can hear that banging about in the background. That's my next door neighbour out doing something in the garden. So I'm going to, let's cut this in half so that I've got, it's not quite so unwieldy as I'm working. Now I've got my earphones in again today as I'm recording, so please let me know if you can tell any difference in the sound between these videos where I'm wearing my earphones and have the little microphone and when I don't. When I played back my last video, I couldn't really hear any difference, but you know, when it's your own video, I hate the sound of my own voice anyway, so I hate listening. I tend to, when I watch my videos back just to check they're okay, I do tend to put it on double speed. So, you know, it doesn't sound quite right anyway. But, you know, it's all about you, the viewer, so I want to make it pleasant for you to watch and listen to. So please let me know if you can tell the difference and which is better. Now I'm just using glue stick for this because I am intending to stitch around all these pages. And this is all going to be cut down, so I'm not too worried about edges and things because we are going to lose some of this. So now I want to line this up to this corner vaguely. So what have we got on that side? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's all going to be chomped up anyway. So I think I'll put this one on this side. So this will all make sense eventually. Promise. So how are you all today? I hope you're all well and happy and enjoying this nice weather we're having. Although today, I got up this morning at 6 o'clock and took Max out for a walk because we still haven't got the car situation sorted to take him out to his normal places. So I took him out very early while there wasn't, you know, many people about, and we went for a walk around the village and then into the park, and of course as we were heading home, we'd almost finished our walk around the park, somebody else came in with a dog. Their dog wasn't on a lead, so their dog came bounding up to Max, and Max, you never know how Max is going to react because he is so anxious. You know, it's like holding your breath to see what he's going to do. And he let this dog sniff and say hello for about 5 seconds, and then he snapped at him and was lunging and jumping. And of course the owner's calling his dog and his dog's taking absolutely no notice. Sorry, one of my little earbuds just fell out then. That's probably made a horrible noise for you all, so I apologise if that has happened. Yeah, his dog's taking no notice. I was pulling Max away. I mean, he didn't bite him or anything, but I do appreciate it's very scary for other people. You know, they don't know my dog, and my dog does look like he's some sort of vicious animal that's going to kill you. So it was a pleasant walk up until that point. But Max does not like being on the lead. It does exacerbate his anxiety, but obviously because I can't trust him, I never know how he's going to react to anything. I have to keep him on the lead, unfortunately. So, right, so again we're going up to that corner. And I might as well do, I probably only need to do 2 of these to give me 4 pages, because I'm going to cut these down and I'll get 2 from each page, but that leaves me with 2 of the kit pages left, the main pages, so I might as well make them as well. And then if I do, I've got spares if I do something wrong, or I can just put extra pages in. I think Carol started with 4 main pages and added other bits in, and I'm running out of glue stick. And I can't remember if she added any more pages in, but I will go back and re-watch her playlist. And as I say, I will link that below. That's very wonky. Oh, I'm not going to be able to re-stick that now. We'll just have to live with the wonk. And I've got another one of these envelopes, so I may as well pop these on and use those 6 main pages of the kit. This one doesn't want to come apart, this envelope. Yeah, so I was saying the weather has been absolutely beautiful, but I got up this morning early and took Max out, and it feels very chilly out there today compared to what it has been, so it's quite dull. There's no sunshine today, it's cloud. And it's funny because we've been looking at the weather forecast. We still haven't been away yet. We were supposed to be going away, and then the car broke down, so we didn't actually, sorting that out, we didn't actually manage to get away. And my hubby is one of those people that, we don't book a holiday like most people do and have months or weeks to prepare. My hubby will book a holiday and we'll be going the next day. So, which was lucky really, because if we'd have been going away and the car broke down, that wouldn't have been good. Just deciding which one of these has got the least creasing in. I think this one has. Because then we would have been stuck, either driving miles and the car breaks down, or going to the airport and the car breaks down. Not, we've got breakdown cover and everything, but it's just not good, is it? Oh dear. Very low on glue stick. I don't think I've got a spare, so I'm going to have to pop out and get a new one today. And I will probably have to go back in and add some more glue to these once I've cut them down. So I am going to stitch around the pages, but in the meantime, till I get to that point, I may need to come back in and just tend to any points that don't have the glue. So, have you ever made a tab-bound book before? Let me know what you think of them, how you got on. Do you like them or not? I just think it's interesting to try different things. You never know what's going to become your new favourite, do you, until you give these things a go. Right, so that's all the main pages stuck down onto the backing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pause you while I cut these down, and the size that Carol used was 4 inches wide by 7 inches tall, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be back in a moment and I'll show you what these look like once they're cut down. Okay, so I've done that now. So this is how they look. So eventually they will be attached to each other by tabs, and this is how the pages will look. Now obviously I don't know yet what order they're going to go in and whether there'll be anything in between these pages, and exactly whether I'm going to use them all even. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and stitch around the edges of each one, and I'll be back to show you what that looks like, so just bear with me again. Okay, I couldn't decide which colour thread to use to stitch these, so I just used what was already in the machine, which was that navy blue that I'd used in the yellow and blue journal, and I think it looks quite nice, so I'm quite pleased with how these are looking now. So they've all been stitched round, so they just need now to sit under something heavy for a while, just to flatten them down while the glue dries. So they're looking quite nice. And then I've got these few little strips that were salvageable from when I was trimming these down, so we've got to use those to make, you know, maybe tags or something from those. So I think that's a good place to leave this today. We've got all of the base pages sorted, so the next time we'll come back and I'll do my take on some of Carol's ephemera. So I hope you found that interesting, and as I say, if you're playing along, this is a good place to stop and let you go and get your pages ready. I'll be back again with the next section in a couple of days, hopefully. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me. I hope you like what we've done. I'll see you soon. Take care and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.